What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Sunday over here. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Pretty early Sunday over here. Bitcoin not doing too much as expected over the weekends, but we did have a pretty good week overall despite that Fed meeting dump, post-Fed meeting dump. We are still below 27K, however. Could this be a dip before another leg up for Bitcoin and a lot of these altcoins? Or could this be it? Okay, could Bitcoin be coming back here to test some of the lows at about 25K? That will look a lot more dangerous for the altcoins, okay? Gonna be taking a look into the charts here, seeing what's going on. Of course, the main topic in this video would be about Internet Computer Token, ICP, see what's going on in this market. Going to be taking a look into some key price levels in order for this price action to go to meet its upwards price targets as well as some downwards price targets. I'll be giving you guys my personal sentiments and opinions on this market later in this video, so make sure to stay around for that. Of course, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor nor an elite trader of any sorts. It's purely my personal opinions and speculations. I could very well be wrong, but I am looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, if you guys feel pumped, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the charts here. So currently we do have ICP here at about, $2.97. Has anything really changed in this market since my last post from last week? Well, let's just take a look, okay? The focus here is still going to be the weekly time frame where I talked about a big falling wedge here, okay, for ICP. That has formed since February of this year, since price action has gone up to about $8.30 about there, and basically dropped all the way down here to almost, well, basically the bottom of this pattern here to about $2.85 area. Okay, so it's been a pretty big drop. Definitely not a ideal scenario if you're a bull and you're just stuck in this position. But trust me, I've been there, been through the pain, so I know what you're feeling. If you're a bull and you have bought earlier in this year, right? Even though I don't have ICP, but I've definitely done this with altcoins before, and I am still holding some losers from earlier this year. However, I did take profits on quite a bit of other altcoins to offset or over offset those losses, okay? But I know what you're feeling. I'm trying to get out of some losers myself, okay? But for ICP, let's take a look into what's going on here, right? Nothing has really changed. I mean, we have this little green weekly candle right here, not having too much price action. It doesn't even seem like, it has been affected by that Bitcoin pump over the past 2 weeks here, right? However, if we take a look into the daily time frame, right, we do see another smaller falling wedge. Falling wedges typically break to the upside, okay? Typically, not absolutely. So this could kind of give us some clue on what's going on the bigger falling wedge, okay? I mean, we're kind of in the middle of the pattern. Let's see if this would be a turning point of any sorts. So we're going to take a measure target out of the smaller falling wedge. Since the price action has broken out, it seems like from yesterday, we're going to put the measurements on top of this actual breakout point. We have a measure target out of the smaller falling wedge to be right about $3.50 area, okay? That is still a decent move for a sizable altcoin like ICP, right? I mean, it's like what, a little less than 20% move, right? Let's see if this will be the start of anything big, right? Because this could take the price action closer to the top trend line of the bigger falling wedge pattern, right? The bigger falling wedge pattern, let's see here. Let me see if I need to adjust anything, right? So I put basically the measure target on the bigger falling wedge pattern 2 weeks away from where it is now. That's probably not as reasonable of an estimate anymore. So we're probably gonna move this measure targets further down to the future because of how far away the current price action is to the upward trend line. I just want to be reasonable, okay? I mean, I'm not saying it's absolutely going to break out by this week, right? I'm just trying to be reasonable so I can, for the sake of getting a measured target, okay? So let's just say it breaks out by mid-October, okay? That will give us a measured target of about $8. $8 area. Not saying it's going to break out by then, but I'm just saying, it's for the sake of getting a measured target. Obviously, if it doesn't break out by then, you're going to, assuming that you guys have this chart, move this measured target down the upper trend line, and you're going to get yourself a lower measured target if it doesn't break out by a certain date, right? That makes sense. Now, a lot of these trading concepts, measure targets, falling wedges, go and Google them yourself, right? It is public knowledge. The most important thing you can do from this content, from watching this content, is the technical analysis. Not so you can get a measure target from some guy on YouTube and just follow what he says. Go and chart this for yourself. It is public knowledge. It is, I think it's the most important thing you can do is to learn this, to learn technical analysis and survive in the long run as a trader. I think you'll still be important as an investor, but as a trader, it's definitely crucial. So if that's something you're looking to do in the long run, in my opinion, that is the single most important thing you can do. Be curious, go and research whatever I'm talking about here, right? So that's basically what I'm looking at for ICP. Nothing has really changed except for that, that smaller falling wedge on the daily time frame. That seems to be, it could be a turning point. However, falling wedges could still break to the downside, okay? It is not absolutely that it breaks upwards, right? So definitely keep that in mind. Let's take a look into some key price levels this price action does need to break in order to go to the upside, okay? We have the weekly 21 SMA, currently about $4.10 area, the blue line here. We have the weekly 50 SMA, the $4.65 area. We got the monthly 21 SMA pretty far away from this price action right now. It's about $8 area. 3-day 21, the blue line here at $3.50 area. 3-day 50 SMA at about the $4.10 area, $4.15 area. 3-day 200, the orange line here, pretty far away to even worry about. It's about $7.25 area. Just want to say, measure targets are estimates only, so you guys don't misunderstand for beginners, right? It is not an automatic move to a measure target. It is an estimate, right? There's a lot of things that could happen in between, especially if you're looking at a measure target on a higher time frame. Daily 21 SMA, it's currently about $3, about $3 area, okay? It's going to come down to about $3 area. The blue line here, 3-day daily 50 SMA, the gray line, which is the about $3.40 area. Daily 200 SMA, about $4.50 area. So those are going to be some key noticeable resistances to note going upwards, right? So expect sell pressure coming from the levels I just named right now, those are your major moving averages that I consider, right? What else? Of course, you guys can take a look into some other resistances, key resistances from past trading history, but for time's sake, I'm just going to name the major moving averages above the price action. Let's take a look for key support because you always got to consider the downside as well. So on the downside here, you guys can see that it's basically at all-time lows, right? It's already like created an all-time low. That was at about $2.80 area. Okay. You know, if this, it's possible that you guys see you know, this price action break out of this falling wedge and then probably come up to retest a resistance and then come back down for a double bottom. That is not uncommon to see, right? So then you're basically looking at the all-time lows as the first key support, which is about $2.80 area. If this price action breaks down, then you're probably going to be looking at estimates from this bottom trend line because there is no past trading history to refer to for key support, right? So you're going to be looking at this bottom trend line, which is going to be a pretty far drop, right, for key support, assuming that this price action continues within this pattern, right? So the first one down would be as, you know, the first one down would be as low as about $2 if the price action was to drop all the way to the bottom trend line right now. I mean, is that possible? Is that, you know, is that possible? Yeah, it is possible, but, you know, probably, you know, not very high probability, but it is possible. Don't say that I didn't say it was possible, right? You're just gonna have to take it level by level and really have to chart on even the lower time frames to get any clues if this price action is having a bullish pattern or a bearish pattern, right? And that will give you some clues on if it's likely to continue downwards or would it reverse. Now, that's basically what I'm seeing for ICP. You're looking at the first key support at about $2.80. If that does not hold, then I could basically guess from the bottom trend line here, right? If this price action was to continue downwards for the next key levels of support. Of course, you could probably get some bounces along the way down from probably even numbers where traders are likely to take profits. But I'm really just looking at this bottom trend line here for the next key supports, right? Let's take a look into Bitcoin real quick, even though it's not really doing too much, but, you know, it does have a weekly candle close coming up soon. It's going to come up for in the next 6 hours here, right? So on this weekly time frame, right, just want to point this out as a reminder because this scenario is still very much active, right? We have this double top here on this weekly time frame, very bearish pattern, okay? Price action has been able to stay away from this confirmed breakdown. Neckline about 24.7K. Weekly 50 SMA is coming up to the neckline, so that is good news, right? Because if it breaks the neckline and the support, then I don't really have to think about too much about a possible bounce, right? That could be coming from a long and a short perspective. Now, the recent pump for Bitcoin, been talking about this 4-hour falling wedge price action has broken out of this 4-hour falling wedge, right? Measure target is about 29.2K. Is it going to get there? We don't know. Just going to have to keep watching the charts on a lower time frame to get clues. Since the breakout of this 4-hour falling wedge, price action has broken down from this rising channel, right? And then even into a lower time frame here, right? We do have a falling wedge, broke out to the upside, right? and now it is trying to get back on top of the hourly 50 SMA. I think for Bitcoin right now, even on a smaller time frame, I could get quite a bit of clues on what to do with quite a bit of these altcoins, right? If I should continue going long, or if I should just start closing out my positions. So that is basically what I'm seeing. My overall sentiment on this market, it is still bullish. I am still long on quite a bit of these altcoins. So that is basically what I'm seeing. If you guys did find this update to be helpful and want to see more of ICP, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. I will bring you guys an update if enough of you guys want to see it. So thank you very much. Have a good weekend. Rest of the weekend. Pay attention to the charts. And I'll see you guys later.